Alright everyone, welcome back yet again to Landstalker. Last time we left off, we had gone from Masan to the village of Gumi after hearing that the mayor's daughter has been kidnapped. We even got to see the little ritual that they were doing and everything. But yes, we now have to take that statue that we found, and we actually have to go and save Fara, I think her name was. My memory fails me, yet again. Anyways, one thing that I went ahead and did, took just a few moments, and I killed a few more enemies, and bought a few more Eke-Ekes. Few. And the reason I did that is that I died quite a bit in the place we're going to next. The first time I played this, and I figured it'd be better to be prepared than to be underprepared and have a game over in the second dungeon. Kind of like what happened in Robo-Trek. That was rather embarrassing. So I'm going to try avoiding that this time around, because we are now off to the Swamp Shrine. Yes, off we go. And part of the reason that I haven't gone, or part of the reason I didn't, rather, grind for the other livestock that's actually in Gumi is because we're actually going to get quite a bit of money in the Swamp Shrine. So there's really no reason to do a whole bunch of grinding. Also, don't touch the water on the sides of this bridge. It's actually poisonous. Not in the sense that it will poison you, but in the sense that if you touch it, you'll take damage. Ow. Quit being a jerk face. Oh god. Yeah, these guys like to flank you, which is rather obnoxious. Anyways, we can talk to a few more of these guys. Yes, this is the door here. I'm trying to remember if there's something in this cave or not. Oh no, there isn't. That's right, we actually come back there much later. Anyways, what you want to do here is take the idol stone, and it opens this door. And the first thing you'll notice is the giant tracks on the ground with the balls in them. You don't want to get hit by those, because those will hurt you. And if I had continued following that path that I was at earlier, it would actually just lead to that platform over there. So, no real reason to go there, at least not yet. And we can't do anything there. That's blocked off. What's over here? Ah, yes. This leads to a bunch of rooms where you have to kill the enemies to progress. Guy actually dropped an Eke-Eke. Maybe I over-prepared just a wee bit. But again, better safe than sorry. Anyways, this is another room where you have to kill everything to make something happen. And this door at the bottom here actually just leads back out to the marble room, so we actually don't want to go there. Instead, we want to go, I believe, up this way for a chest with another Eke-Eke in it. Ooh, and a room with a bunch of slimes. Nothing too difficult. Oh, more mushrooms. Yes, this is one thing that dungeons will start to do, is they'll start placing fake mushrooms on the ground to kind of just keep you on your toes, I suppose. Suppose. Anyways, murder the crap out of these guys. And go over here for another chest, which has a key in it. We gotta fight all of these guys again. Oh, you bugger. Don't actually have to kill these guys again, but I'm going to. Because we need the golds. There's actually going to be one place later on where I should be able to earn quite a bit of money, and then money won't really be an issue for a while. Anyways, if we go up here, I believe there's, yeah, a staircase. There's a slime on it. Get off. There we go. And it leads us to this room here, which I don't know if it's supposed to be a maze or what, but you basically just follow the perimeter of the room, and you're free. Anyways, up here, got another chest with another key in it. So we've got 2 keys and nowhere to use them quite yet. Also, this is definitely one of my favorite rooms because it has the different layers. I don't know, I think it just looks cool. Whoops, almost walked right into that. That wouldn't have been cool. Would have been lame. Oh god. And again, you don't have to kill all these guys to get out, but I'm going to. Because I can. Yeah, the livestock in Gumi was 206? 205? 206 golds? So we're about... well, we're over halfway there. And this chest up here contains a livestock as well, but we actually can't get to it quite yet. So we'll be back for that later. And yes, you can just jump over those, so they're not a huge threat, but you definitely still want to be careful when you're around them. And yes, enemies in general actually like to flank you in this game. It's one thing that actually makes it difficult in some of the later areas is that the AI is designed to kind of, if there's guys in front of you, have guys go up behind you and attack you, or just attack whatever side you're not facing, I guess, is another way to put it. And then the AI is bad in the way that enemies will constantly just run into you while you're swinging your sword. It's not very smart. But whatever, mushrooms. Most annoying enemy in the game, at least in my opinion. Oh. So this room we actually have to kill everything. Including this bugger up here. Yes, there's another door with a keyhole, but we're actually going to skip it for now. Or are we? I don't remember what's in there. So let's not skip it for now. Ow. Ah, so we did have to go up here, because up here is a switch that we have to press. Oh, and it lowers this platform here. So we did have to go in there, so I'm glad we did. Also, more mushrooms, I hate you. Oh, okay, so we gotta go this way. And let's see. Ah, yes, in this room, there's a couple of boxes they have to put on switches, and I remember it's the top left, or I guess top button and the bottom button. And if you push both of them, it raises those platforms, but also releases that boulder. And touching that boulder actually does damage, so make sure you don't, for some reason, walk into that. Because I know I did. Quite a few times, actually. Oh god. Spike floors! Oh god. And yes, this is one of the rooms where the controls make platforming just a tad difficult. Nothing too bad. Also, we gotta go up here. Go over here, because we don't have a key yet. Or do we? Yeah, no, we don't. I was like, well, maybe we do, and I'm just being forgetful. But we don't yet, so we gotta come up here and kill more mushrooms that are frickin' annoying. Go up here, more mushrooms. And button. And this room is not too bad. You basically just have to time your jumps there. And the other thing you have to do is you actually have to take these boxes and go up here. And I think I missed that. No, I had it. Maybe. Anyways, you gotta push the buttons and hold the buttons down with the crates. Now lower these gray blocks, which lets you go to the next room, where there's a key. All that for a key. You can just jump back down here. Oops. Ah, crap it. Yeah, I'm not very good at the platforming bits, so I will apologize for failing at them quite often. Anyways, we're now in this room, and basically you have to push these buttons and advance up to the next little section. I think you have to do it. Ow! I thought that was farther down. But you have to do it 3 or 4 times? I don't remember. You also have to make sure not to get hit by that giant boulder, because if you do get hit by it, it actually just blocks the path and constantly damages you until you move down and out of its way. But anyways, what we want to do real quick is we actually want to jump over here and fall in this hole. Because if we do, there's a life stock, that one that I pointed out earlier. And so yes, we have to backtrack, unfortunately. It's not too bad, though. And if anything, it gives us a good chance to earn some more money, so... now have 205 golds, which is, if I remember right, just enough to get the heart, or the livestock, in the village of Gumi. And we could leave and go get it, but I'm going to wait until after we're done. I am, however, going to escape this room of mushrooms, because fuck mushrooms. Go ahead and make our way back over here. I hate mushrooms. Platforming! My weakness. Oop. There we go. And unfortunately, we have to push all these buttons again. But as long as you know what you're doing, it's not too bad. And now we go up here, where there's more baddies. And a button. Oh, and I forgot about this room. Well, let's go ahead and go up. And drop back down. Because we need to... Ow. Now we'll kill all but one of them. Hey, come get me. Come get me. Come on. Oh, you're doing it wrong. Ow. I actually have to have the monster push the button. And that nets us another key. And we can just avoid them and go back upstairs where there's more of them. Yep. Open our inventory. Oh, and that second menu, the equip menu, we actually can't do anything with, because as you can see, we get different levels of equipment, but we have no other equipment, so we can't really do anything with that menu, which makes it useless. Anyways, this is the shrine room. I'm trying to remember. There's something over here? There's not. Anyways, if we go up here, we can interrupt the ceremony. Which makes those guys angry, and nets us a livestock, and we get to save Fara, or Fara, or however you say her name. Who just happily runs off. Anyways, now that we've rescued her, we can actually go over here and jump down this hole. Jump down this hole, which takes us all the way to the bottom floor, over to where that little passage was. Yup. So yeah, that dungeon's not too hard, but still, I'm glad I over-prepared. Ow. Oh, phooey. I'm actually getting quite a bit of money. That's good. Oh, and we can actually kill the blue slimes in 2 hits now, it looks like. Or can we? Whoops. Oh yeah, look at that. So I guess it's not every 5. Maybe it's like predetermined amounts. I'll have to look that up, because all the walkthroughs that I had been looking at, like on Game Facts, and then there's one on RPG Classics, all the walkthroughs that I'd been looking at made no mention of your strength increasing the more livestock you have. So I'm a little confused as to why no one has mentioned that when this game's been out for quite a while. So I'll have to look up and see if there's maybe a predetermined number of livestock that nets you a strength increase or something. Oh, and as you can hear, the music is now happier. Wonder why that is. Well, we'll find out in just a bit here, but first let's go ahead and buy this livestock. And we'll go ahead and stay the night. Also go ahead and buy another Eke, just to be on the safe side. You can also look at this. This is actually a map of the island, and it shows you where you are, and that's pretty much it. Anyways, if we go around and talk to people, they actually don't seem to recall anything that they've done. Well, actually yes they do, and they feel very bad about it. Anyways, I actually don't want to be here at the moment. At least not yet. I actually want to go back and talk to the mayor. And yeah, those guys originally took 4 hits to kill, same as the slimes, and now they only take 3. Okay, here we are back at the village. Let's see what the mayor has to say to us. If anything, what do you have to say? Yeah, he gives us a red jewel. And it's time to leave now. Since we're here, though, go ahead and buy one more of those, just in case I get my butt kicked along the way. Anyways, we have to go back to Gumi. I apologize for not really saying anything while I'm backtracking. Not really much to discuss. nothing of importance. I'm sure they will. And in here we get another livestock. Let's go ahead and save real quick because we can. And we actually want to go to the west to where Pockets was. Because if we do, after we kill these guys, stupid mushrooms. Just run past that other one. But anyways, if we come up here, we have a couple people from Gumi who say that they have made up with Masan, which is good. And they'll actually shove that rock out of the way, which clears a path to the next area. Before we go too far, we actually want to take a detour to this little section over here. And this is one of the, I don't want to say more difficult, but it's definitely one of the more confusing platforming bits of the game. And I screwed it up. Definitely took me quite a while to figure out how this worked the first time I did it. I know you jump over here, and then do you just jump? No, you don't jump down. Because yeah, it's really hard to tell what's in the front and what's in the back. Oops. And there's no shadows or anything either to tell you where stuff is located. So it's kind of sort of frustrating. There we go. Anyways, we find another livestock, and if we jump on top of the chest and go up here, we actually find this little house here. And inside this house is a knight named Kato. He's kind enough to give us his sword, a magic sword. And yep, we now have his magic sword. And the gauge up at the left there will actually fill up now. And what it does when the gauge is full, I'll show you in just a moment here. Actually does a bit more damage. And I'll see if I can get it on this guy here real quick. Maybe I can get on both of them. Ah, no. But yes, it lights the enemy on fire and does a bit more damage. And so enemies that would normally take 3 hits die in 2, and enemies that would normally take 2 hits die in 1. Also, we have these new Cyclops monsters. They hurt quite a bit, but they're pretty easy to take care of. Oh, we're almost... Well, we technically are out of time, but whatever. Anyways, who's this guy? That tree is in pain, but we can't really do anything to help him. At least not yet. Also, we got a new enemy here, I don't know what they are. Some kind of worm. We got another tree here, but we can't do anything with it either. And let's see, we've got the town of Ryuma and the town of Mercator. We actually can't do anything at the town of Mercator, so we're actually going to go down to the south. And see what's going on there first. And I hate these worm things, almost as much as I hate the mushrooms. Anyways, we are now in Ryuma. And we've got another inn here. We'll go ahead and stay. It's only 20 gold, it's not too bad. We'll find the chapel and save real quick. Yeah, well, here it is. And that'll be it for this episode. We'll find out what's going on in Ryuma the next time. See you then.